So today we're going to see if we can bring this Troy Bilt back to life. This is the one that I got that was free on our local Craigslist. It's got a really nice engine, the 675 series, 6.75 gross torque engine. Briggs and Stratton, one of the great quantum type engines. It's an auto choke engine, and the gas smells really bad in it. So we tried to push some carburetor cleaner in here and could not get it to keep running. So that carburetor and gas tank is going to need to come off. They put a new spark plug on it, new Champion spark plug. So we're going to see if we can bring this back to life. We'll go first start by taking this decorative cover off so we can get to the carburetor bolts. And the decorative cover's off. Now I want to take out these three 5/16 inch bolts here so we can get the gas tank off. And then there is a 3/8 inch bolt right there, and that gas tank will be loose. And this gas tank is now loose, ready to come off. Now we'll take off the air filter cover. And there are three 5/16 inch bolts to get the air filter cover off to get access to the carburetor. Now we have access to the carburetor here. We've got a lot of dirt around here. I need to take out this 1/4 inch bolt here. That is for the auto choke feature. That's not stuck. As you can see, that is free and moving. It was originally stuck when I got this, but it still didn't help any to try to start it. Now I can get access to the carburetor bolts. There are two 3/8 inch bolts, and I'm going to have to remove this clip or push it up from this fuel line so I can get access to this one bolt here. And the carburetor is now taken off, and I just need to disconnect the linkage here, and I can take that and the gas tank off together. So I've got the carburetor and gas tank separated as a unit here. We'll pour the old gas out of this tank here and not spill any. And then we're going to separate this carburetor, clean the outside of it off, and let's take it apart and see what's plugging it up. So the gas tank is now cleaned out. I'll be able to put this back on while we're cleaning the carburetor here. I got a carburetor kit if needed. And this is what the old gas looked like in there. It's a little bit of trash in the bottom, but it just smells really bad. So I think this will be an easy clean for this carburetor. I certainly hope so. So let's take the bowl off and see what we find inside here. 1/2 inch socket here. And it came out very easy. And it just reeks of old gas. Yeah, that looks pretty plugged up there. And let's break this apart here. Yep, lots of debris in here, trash. Just very old gas. It's like the needle and float are moving. So let's clean this carburetor up and run a needle through all these holes and passages and see if we can get this back running again. So everything is now clean on this carburetor. Ran a pin through all these passages. Really didn't see anything plugged up here. Clean this bowl out, so we're now ready to reassemble this carburetor. And we're going to drop the float and needle in. And now put in the float pin. And all that is moving like it should. Now let's put on the float bowl. And always make sure you clean out this little jet here. That is the float bowl nut. That sometimes is where it's clogged up. And the carburetor is fully assembled. I can blow air in this here when it's down like this and turn it upside down, and I can't blow any air in it, so that tells me the float is working like it should. So let's put this back on the Troy Bilt. So I've got the carburetor installed, just doing the reverse of the assembly here. Put gas in the gas tank, nothing is leaking, which is good. And this auto choke is working like it should. Let's put the air filter cover on and the decorative cover and try to give this a start. So this won't be the first start of this Troy Bilt after cleaning the carburetor. I actually started it last night. The video was a little dark and it was running pretty bad. I'll show a little clip of that. had noticed, this is a different spark plug, as they put in that spark plug right out of the package and they didn't gap it to a 0.030. It was barely on 0.20. So that made a big difference on how it runs. Also noticed when I first got this, it barely had any oil registering on the dipstick, and I had filled this up and it actually looked sludgy already. So I'll show the oil and the spark plug, and I'll show you how much better it's running. And this oil is just like sludge in here after this engine just running a few minutes last night. So this out of the box spark plug they put in, they didn't gap it, so it was barely on 20. It actually needed to be on 30. So I put another spark plug in there, so we're going to give this a try, see if it runs much better. So we've got more work to do on this Troy Bilt. Let's give this a start and I'll show you how it's running now. Here we go. Kind of got this miss every now and then. It's not quite right yet. Really good condition. It'll clean up very nicely. Hopefully we can improve the way it runs here. Very nice Troy Bilt. Let's see if we can make it run better.